Hi, you're watching CNBC-TV18. I'm Archana Solanki. The countdown for the budget 2024 has started and we are traveling with our budget box across the country. Why? Because we want your voice to reach the finance minister. We want you to tell us what should be done in this budget. Today, I am at the Willinker Institute of Management and I have with me some bright students who want to share their budget wish list with the finance minister. Let's get started. Hi, please introduce yourself and tell us what you want the finance minister to do.
Hello, so I am Krupali Patel. So looking forward to the upcoming budget, I would like to see more funding in the artificial industry. So where AI is booming a lot coming this year, so I feel that more of investment in the R&D in different sectors like healthcare, education, defense and agriculture is something like it should be mentioned in the budget. Also AI literacy is something very important. So more of institutions regarding to the AI and also like a partnerships with the academics and with the institutions and with the industries is something very important for enhancing AI as an profession. Also, the Startup India initiative is something very important. So this will help the AI startups to boost regarding incentives which they require and for the startups, the incentives, the infrastructures which they require for. Also, AI has two aspects which I feel that it's one of the data centers and the semiconductors. So with respect to the data centers, AI requires large data and to build its model upon. So more of infrastructure space with regard to the data and building upon that is something that should be looked after into the budget. With respect to the semiconductors, Taiwan is one of the leading semiconductor manufacturing across the world. So more of infrastructure in designing and in the research of having this is important into the budget. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ananya. I'm a second year MBA finance student. So one of the major expectations I have from this budget is more investment in the research and development fee. As we all know, currently it's just 0.6% of the GDP. So for any developed country to grow, R&D sector is one of the major backbones. So I feel that needs to increase. Also because it will aid in the Make in India initiative. And one of the major resources we have for a Viksit Bharat motto of 2047 is the infrastructure development. And although the infrastructure investment is significantly increasing, the pace of the infrastructure development is a little slow. That is because of the civil engineering R&D lagging behind if we take the example of major developed countries. So if we increase in the civil engineering R&D space also, it will aid in the infrastructure development of our country.
Hello, I am Aditya Chitai, student of Willinker Institute. As a youth or student of the nation, job is something I look forward to, and job creation is something I would be expecting from the government. There are sectors like production link schemes and everything schemes which can create jobs and prosper youth more. And as a part of working population of the nation, job is something which can help us to contribute more to the economy and boost the economy as a whole and help achieve India's $5 trillion economy dream very soon. So job creation will not only help India achieve its own growth but also help government reduce the unemployment rate, because post-pandemic of the year 2020 we have seen an increase in unemployment rate. So definitely job creation can reduce the gap of unemployment also and create more jobs to the country.
Sure. I'll come back to you. Let's come to you first. What are your expectations? Please introduce it.
Hello, I am Mokshi Cheda, and being a second year MBA graduate who is specializing in finance, it is very important to look at the new tax regime that we have in place. Given the fact that the right now if we go to see income tax from individuals is about 30% of the total revenues that government is generating, and corporate taxes is only about 27%. So in that case, the individuals right now are feeling that they are being taxed more in this economy, and therefore some relief to them is required so that the taxpayers in India increase. Those reliefs could be through few adjustments to the new tax regime. One of them could be that the income tax brackets for the new tax regime could be increased up to 20 lakh rupees to cover tax slabs of 15%, 10% and 20%. Another one could be reduction in surcharges, especially for that of the higher income bracket. And also we could also reintroduce the deductions under Section 80, which could actually incentivize people to file their returns more. All of this will help us increase the disposable income of the individuals in this economy, stimulate consumer spending and aid the economic growth. But given the fiscal deficit concerns that we have right now, any major tax cuts are not foreseeable, but moderate adjustments could be seen.
So income tax is a big concern, and I think every tax people look forward to some relaxation on that front. Yes, please go ahead.
Hello, my name is Aditya, and my expectation with this budget is more investment in development of quantum technologies. The last time the government of India invested was about 8,000 crores in 2021 budget. But looking at our competitive countries like China, US and Germany, that they are investing a lot more now, we should actually review the budget and include more budget for the development of quantum technologies, especially in quantum communication, simulation, and other things. This can really be helpful for our agriculture and manufacturing sector because they can boost from it. And apart from that, also a lot more investment in nuclear energy. We know that recently our Prime Minister had a deal with Russia for 6 more power plants. But I think the future after 50 years or 100 years is going to be nuclear energy. So we should ensure that more nuclear power plants should be created in this country. Thank you.
My name is Anagha. As a student who would very soon venture into the job market, my skills and employability are two things which plague my mind very often, as is the case for, I think, countless other students in India. So having said that, I feel like our government does a commendable job in terms of education for primary as well as secondary. But in terms of the skills that we require for the job market, I think that's where we somehow lack. And the 18 to 35 age group makes up about 42%. These are the numbers, I think, for 2023. So we have a huge number which could contribute to the coming sectors. And for the Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Yojana, which is the Skill India as well as the skill universities are developed under this scheme, we had about 60, so the 42% makes up to about 60 crores people in India, of which last year only about 1.4 crore were able to, the government is only able to upskill only 1.4 crore of them. So I feel that there's a lot of scope. So in terms of funding, I feel the government could do more, as well as making sure that it's accessible to throughout of India, especially the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. It's important that these people are able to achieve that.
Hello, my name is Sukhada Joshi, and in my opinion, the government of India needs to focus more on green energy and EV sectors for the upcoming budget. For the green energy sector, I expect the government to either introduce or expand on schemes like Pradhan Mantri Suryodaya Yojana, wherein the government has promised close to 1 crore households by installing rooftop solar installations. And these installations will help the households with close to 300 units of electricity per month, which will help us in reducing our dependency on fossil fuels and will also reduce carbon emissions as a country. For the EV sector, I expect the government to introduce FAME 3.0, which is a more stringent subsidy scheme than the FAME 2.0, which will cover a broader range of vehicles in addition to just four-wheelers. And also, I expect the government to provide subsidies and incentives to companies and startups which are developing or doing R&D for charging infrastructure in India, as that is one of the major concerns of EV owners currently.
Hello, my name is Ambaresh Joshi. My major expectation from the Union Budget 2024 is for the government to increase its expenditure on education. Currently, according to the last budget, the total outlay as a percentage of GDP was around 2.9%. Although there was a 13% rise from the previous year, it's still not matching with the major global economies such as the US, which spends around 6% of its GDP on education itself. So I feel that if for any wealth creation, education is a primary step. So for this, the government should spend a lot more on education than it is right now. Around 14 lakh of our students already study abroad, according to the Ministry of External Affairs. I feel that this number could be reduced a lot if a quality education is provided in India and more is spent on educational infrastructure.
Let's go back to those people. An important threat that has come out so far is concern about green energy, AI, investment in the education sector. Let's talk about what your expectations are from the budget.
Hi, my name is Ritika, and as we look forward for the upcoming budget, my expectation is that they will increase expenditure on infrastructure development. Earlier, the capex expenditure was 11.11 lakh crore, and there is an expectation is like it will reach around 12 lakh crore. Now, India being the largest, fastest growing economy and an emerging market, it attracts a huge investment, which in turn will lead to rupee appreciation and lowering the inflation, and people will have more buying ability. So which indeed will need a better ecosystem which will have more robust infrastructure and leading to more economic growth. For that we need to have a robust infrastructure. That's why I have an expectation they will increase the capital expenditure. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Shreya, and as we know that agriculture sector is a backbone of the economy, and this is of course a digital era. So providing digital public infrastructure facilities for the agriculture sector to provide farmers with better credit solutions and access to better input credit and insurance facilities. This can be done by providing digital literacy programs and also digital credit platforms where farmers can directly connect to the financial institutions, and also providing digital platforms where farmers can directly exchange the products like pesticides, fertilizers, etc. And another expectations will be like sectors like manufacturing, technology, healthcare, in my opinion, are shaping the economy right now. And I believe they have a huge potential of generating job opportunities in the market. So providing more incentives to these sectors will provide more opportunities in the market, which will eventually stimulate the economic growth.
All right, so the young minds have spoken. So this was the budget wish list of these MBA students. All eyes are on budget 2024. Our coverage continues, and we will continue to get you the voices of people from across the country. Thank you for watching this special broadcast.